We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top, new level. On my level, don't see anybody, I don't see them. This right here could never stop, this could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on the job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so.
My brother right here. How you doing, Yuri? Good. I was just asking the brother right here. I want you to see this really quick. You see this? What's on his neck?
Come up closer.
This is imagery. Our people need to see. Because they tell us, man, forget about slavery. Man, that thing was 400 years ago. What is this? What do you see on his neck?
I can't really tell
what does it look like to you?
It looks like a chain.
That's a chain on his neck. How about right here? That's a chain on his neck too. The picture's cut off. On top of this right here is bells. Just in case if this Negro wants to run away, Massa is gonna hear him. This is a chain that's on his neck. You see this right here? This is next in line for the next slaves. Chains. Question for you. Why did this happen to us? Because we're black? Is it just because we're black? Because there's East Indians that are black. This didn't happen to them.
It's different kind of reasons why they did that.
I'll show you why. We're reading in the Bible why this happened to us. This is only one example of what happened to us in slavery, right? Chains on our neck. Listen closely, because the Christian churches won't teach you this. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
Start at 45. We're about to read a covenant, a letter your ancestors left for you. But the society is trying to tell us, stay away from reading. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
All these curses shall come upon you.
And shall pursue thee.
And shall pursue you, chase you.
And overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because, what?
Because not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandment.
Because we didn't keep God's commandments, this happened. You see that? We want to serve every other God except ours. We serve white Jesus. We serve Christmas. We're popping fireworks on the white man's Independence Day. We don't serve our God. Verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
When you look at this image, right? Who put this chain on our neck? Did we put it on our own neck? Who did that to us?
The white people.
The white people.
That's
but
right.
God says what?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
Our enemies did this to us. Newsflash, we were in war, lost war, and were conquered. And we were put in chains. Our enemies did this to us. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Remember, we disobeyed God, so God sent them against us.
Right.
Read.
And hunger.
In hunger. Let's say you want to get something to eat, right? Where do you got to go get your food from to survive? Where do you get your food? The stores and stuff. Who owns those stores?
Bring it out.
The white man, right? When we were in slavery, hard bondage, where did we get our food from? White man. So hard bondage back then, white man fed us. Today, 2020, white man feeds us. Read.
And thirst.
when we were thirsty in the cotton fields, who gave us water? Today, 2020, where do we get our water? Read.
And nakedness.
If we wanted clothes in slavery, where did we get it? Today, 2020, you want to get the Gucci, you want to get the Polo. Where do we get that from?
Teach.
Read it again from the top. Because we think we're free today. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
We're still in slavery today.
Right.
We are serving our enemies today. Watch this. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Give me that. Right after in nakedness. After that.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. Now I want you to think hard about this. Name me one thing that you don't get from Massa. One. From Massa, the so-called Caucasian race. The white folks. Name me one thing you don't get from them. Whether it be shoes, car, name something. Respect? You don't get that from them either. That's why a police officer can put his knee on a brother's neck for 9 minutes. After his death, still pressing on his knees. And the ambulance just come and pick up the body and throw him in the back of a truck. We don't get respect from them. Whether it be birth certificate, death certificate, bicycle, a hat, shoes, all of that, we got to go get that from the white folks. Read.
And he.
And who?
And he.
And who?
And he.
That same white man
shall put a yoke of iron.
See that? What we just showed you. We didn't put this on ourselves. Our enemy did this to us.
Right. That's right.
And we want to march in the street with our enemy. We want to have marriages with our enemy. But not to twist your focus. Verse 15. Don't forget, we're reading the Bible. Have they read that to you in church? No. Verse 15. But this is why. Because we like to point, well, white man did this to us. White man did this to us. But this is the true fact about it. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
if we don't listen to our God. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
These things would happen to us because of what? We just read it. Why did this happen? No. Read it again. I want you to pay close attention. Because I'm telling you, we like to blame everybody for what we did wrong. So that way we can feel like we blameless. I ain't do nothing wrong. They just killing me. Read.
But it shall come to pass.
This is what's going to happen in the future.
If thou wilt not hearken,
if you don't listen
unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
to your God, your creator. Read.
To observe, to do.
To what?
To observe, to do all his commandments.
If we don't do all his commandments and his statutes,
which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Disobedience caused this. Right. Us feeling like, man, I'm going to spit in God's face today and I'm going to roll up a blunt. That's what caused this.
Bring it out.
Do you smoke weed? Do you smoke blacks? Cigarettes? All praises. Do you have kids? All praises. Do you go to church on Sunday? Do you serve God? Okay, that's the problem. That's a problem.
I'm being honest though.
No, and that's what we want. Get Psalms chapter 7, verse 1. Psalms chapter 7, verse 1. Does God exist? Is God real? He is real. God created the heavens and the earth. The things that we see today, sun goes up, sun goes down, moon goes up, moon goes down. That's God doing that. But, I don't know. I don't want to do what he tells me to do. Therefore, this happened. Do you see yourself on this sign right here, by the way? Your father's nationality. You can put that down. You don't? So, would you be a because right here, this is what we were given in slavery. Black American, West Indians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Barbadians, whatever the case might be, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans. Where do you see your nationality on this sign? The first one, a so-called African American. How did the African Americans get to America? How did we get here? 68. Okay, we're going to show you because our people need to see. God warned us about how we were going to get here if we disobeyed him. What are we looking at right here? Because we went to school, we had a history class, we sat down, we read the books, we took tests. What do you see here? Right, let's start right here. Do you see this right here? What is this? Yes, this is slaves on a boat. And they were getting transported as goods everywhere. Read that. I'm going to show you that in the Bible. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
When you read the Bible, the word Egypt has a meaning. Go to it for me. I'm going to show you because I don't want you to think we're just reading and we're telling you what we want you to know. We're going to read the Bible and give you the proof. God is angry with us right now. Believe it or not. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What does bondage mean? What does bondage mean? What does bondage mean? Bondage is slavery. You know what that is? That's a distraction. Anytime our people want to hear the word of God, something's going to pop up. Man, get out of there, man. They're reading the Bible. It's a Thursday night. Turn up. No. Destruction is coming. Go back to 68. What we just showed you is what God did to us. Because we keep disrespecting him. Read.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Egypt means slavery. Please. Amos 3:1. That's a great question. Do you know I used to think like, man, we're getting it the worst. But white man's killing us. Chinese is poisoning our rice. Arabs is selling us into slavery. That's a great question. That's a great question. I'm going to show you that in the Bible. Read.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
So I'm going to give you an example before I read this. Let's say you have a little brother. You have a little brother? You don't? You have an older brother? Only child. Okay. Example. Let's say one of your homeboys, your best friend. You see him smoking heroin at the park. Right? He's smoking heroin at the park. You bust on him like, whoa, what's going on here? What do you do to your friend? You cut him off? What about, so you're never going to talk to him no more. How about correct him? How do you know that? Well, as a father, you punish your children for doing bad. That's how God operates. But the friend that you don't know him. Read.
The book of Amos, chapter chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
These are the children of Israel. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are, according to the Bible, are Israel. That's who this Bible is written to. Watch this.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known.
See, the Bible is very direct. You only does God know.
Of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you.
That's why God punishes us. Because he only gave the laws to us.
Right.
Get Psalms 147 and 19. If I write a letter and I say, what was your name again? Yuri, right? What was your name? Pee-wee. Okay, Pee-wee. So if I write a letter and I say, hey, dear Pee-wee, I have a treasure chest in my backyard. I need you to dig it up. Once you dig it, you'll find a letter in it, and it's going to have some gold in it. And it's for you and our family. Does that mean it belongs to the whole world? No. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter...
Who is that treasure for? Who does that treasure belong to? Us. Us meaning the family. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
This Bible belongs to Jacob. Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, which you are. Read.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments.
His statutes and his judgments, his punishments,
unto Israel.
Unto Israel. That's why you see all these things going on happening to us, but not every other nation.
Right.
Because that treasure was given unto us. God's laws was given unto us.
Right.
That's why. And we keep running away from it. Read.
He showeth his words unto Jacob. He showeth
his word.
Right. Verse 20. He showeth. He has not dwelt so with any nation.
He hath not dealt so. He didn't deal like that with any other nation. That's why you see the way we're getting dealt with God, no other nation is getting dealt with like that.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.